mace of aggression, we're dealing with an aggressive front swing on the program as the guy pulls me forward. Okay, different methods of teaching this. One way I've seen where they actually kick the knee as you plant forward and then you hammer fist. It's your option. I'm going to pin check with my left hand. As he pulls me forward, I'm going to either kick or just step forward. I'm going to hammer fist to the left side of the bridge of his nose. My right arm is then going to clear down on top of his forearm to bar his head to come forward, okay? That action will now allow me to use an inward flapping elbow to the left side of his mastoid and then comes across and do a right outward elbow to the solar plexus, step to reverse. Again, mace of aggression. 1, okay, coming forward with the aggressive strike. Arms down, still positional check. 2, inward elbow to the left side of the mastoid, outward elbow to the solar plexus, step to reverse. Mace of aggression in full speed. Fire! Lone kimono. So, then with a left hand lapel grab, guys leaning on me. As that happens, this is one of the base techniques you learn in kenpo in terms of teaching defense and offense simultaneous. My left hand's going to pin his arm. En route, I can always catch his eye too, right? As we do that, we're going to drop back and do the forearm block underneath his elbow. When I do that, it's going to hyperextend just enough so that way I can get my arm off and clear it. I'm going to do again a right inward elbow, inward forearm block, hopefully breaking the left elbow. As I do that, I'm going to bring the arm across, see the positioning of his neck, bam, do an outward hand swing to his throat, and cross out. 1, 2. Watch it again. So, we pin. 1, hyperextend. Bring the arm around. 2, always an option as well, right? Bam, 3, got your hand sword right there, and get the hell out of there. Cross out. In speed.
Twin kimono is another sister technique to the lone kimono. Okay? If you guys have noticed in purple belt, there's a lot of different techniques that are from the orange belt or from yellow belt. A lot of elements put together. Okay? So, with that being said, when you look at your lists, don't look and go, oh my gosh, another 24 techniques. You don't have that much new information in there. Double lapel grab. The guy's going to push me back this time, so I'm going to walk me out the door or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to use my pin. Left hand is going to pin both hands, okay? Using one hand in control too. I free this hand up to do what I like, okay? Pin. Step back. I'm going to try to hyperextend his elbow. A lot of guys say try to hyperextend both elbows. I'm usually going for this one right here. Okay, if I can get both, that's great. It's probably not going to happen right here. Boom, okay? From here, I'm going to off angle, back knuckle his ribs, clear his stems, arms down with my inward block, hand sword his neck, and I'm out. Just that simple. It's very much like lone kimono. You're just adding in a little bit. So I pin, 1 step back, break. Okay? From here, he hears a push down against my hand. Boom, I just collapse it. And I'm using my off angle so that I get a little more leverage for that back knuckle. So if I just go from here, I don't have much. But if I swing out, I get a little bit more force for that back knuckle. So he straightens me out. He fights against my hand. Clear. Bam. Once, and street speed. Yeah.
Alright, now is raking mace. Raking mace, which I would say would be somewhat the what if to mace of aggression as well as to twin kimono. Mace of aggression, we're being taught to 2-handed lapel grab being pulled in. Same thing here is going on in raking mace. The only difference is that usually when mace of aggression was taught, you would teach it with your hands being up. He pulls me in, crack. Raking mace, my arms are down. So now as he pulls me in, I'm going to pin check with my left as I step forward my right leg. I'm going to do a double check to his arms and do a right uppercut to his solar plexus. My right hand then comes up and cocks to my ear. As he bends forward, I'm going to do a raking mace. I'm going to rake to the left side of the mastoid as I simultaneously block the top of his arms, which brings his head forward right into an outward hand sword to the right side of the carotid artery. From this point, I'm going to do a collapsing elbow with a left heel palm to the temple, a sandwich effect, and then I cross out to my angle of departure would be 730. Raking mace. You will notice the principles of raking mace are just the same movements as in lone kimono. Lone kimono, we go 1, 2, 3. Here we're going 1, 2, 3. Same principle. The only thing is our targets are changing just slightly a little bit. Again, he pulls me in. I borrow the fourth. Maybe there's a hidden eye poke. Bam! Uppercut. Bam! There goes my headbutt again if I need it. Hammer. break it down. I can poke into his eye, vertical punch. Our hands up to carotid artery, sandwich, cross out. 1, 2. Reiki mace. Do it from this angle one time again. Pull in and 1, 2, 3, 4. Right to his feet. So, conquering shield is our following technique. Again, it's one of the, actually it's the second to last technique of short form 3. Okay, what we're dealing with is a left hand lapel grab and the guy's trying to knock me into a punch or whatever. Other than long kimono where I would drop back and back in the arm, our environment doesn't allow us to do that. So now we have to move him back. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a pin check. As I pin check, 3 points of contact, pin check, knee kick, and I'm going to simultaneously bring the right arm in and rake against the outside, break against the outside of his left elbow. When that happens, I'm going to conquer my shield down. Here's my shield, and then it conquers down at the same time. Again. So, pin check. Hidden moves there too. Pin check. Kick the knee. Plant down. Hyperextend the elbow. Bring it up. Conquer the shield down his arm. As that happens, it brings his head forward. I'm going to upward elbow underneath his jaw. And then from that point, do a heel palm pull to the bridge of the nose. And cross out. 1, 2. Conquering shield. 1, boom. Down, up, and right. Cross up. We're doing it in street speed. Alright, grasp me, eaglets. Seen in street speed.